Via the New York Post, the players on the Sky team claim the video was edited and fails to capture the man's alleged harassment.
By the way, this has not been put on the WNBA's official Twitter feed. That has not stopped fans.
Angel Reese once again was showing us her specialty, okay? Rebounding her own misses, okay? And then Caitlin Clark steals the ball. And
what if I told you everything you heard about the Angel Reese controversy was built on unverified social media posts? Discover why Megyn Kelly is calling out major sports commentators and the WNBA for jumping to conclusions without the facts. This story isn't just about basketball. It's about how quick assumptions can distort reality. Before we move on, I'd like to ask you a small favor. If you appreciate this content, please take a second to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Over 98% of you watch the videos without subscribing. It costs you nothing, but it makes a huge difference to us. So, did you click the subscribe button? Great. Thank you so much. Now back to the video.
Rather, he simply recorded himself asking Carter, one of the players, if she had a chance to reach out to Caitlin.
Appreciate the swift and thorough process undertaken by the WNBA to investigate these allegations, which were not substantiated at Gamebridge Fieldhouse.
It all started during the Indiana Fever game. Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark went head-to-head in what should have been just another intense WNBA matchup. But things took a turn when Reese committed a hard foul on Clark, drawing an immediate whistle from the ref. It wasn't just the foul that caused problems. It was the way social media reacted almost instantly. Within hours, the footage exploded online, sparking angry debates that had little to do with the game itself.
There is video from the scene. The man in question does not harass, storm at, threaten, or get in the face of the players, as the women stated.
Guess who told you would find nothing? The entire Indiana Fever fan base said you weren't going to find anything.
Again, I'm trying to figure out exactly where was the racism, right? I mean, we didn't hear it in the audio there. The WNBA investigated.
Was it a dirty play? Poor sportsmanship? For some, that wasn't even the main question. Instead, what dominated the conversation was whether Caitlin was a victim of something far uglier: racism. Anonymous accounts began claiming that Reese had been throwing racially charged insults at Clark during the game. The narrative spiraled further when posts described how Clark allegedly faced a hostile environment whenever facing Reese's team. Those claims, built on nothing but speculation, flooded Twitter and TikTok. Even without proof, the WNBA felt compelled to step in. But what made this worse was how fast prominent voices fueled the fire.
Based on information gathered to date, including from relevant fans, team, and arena staff, as well as
providing the best possible basketball experience for players and fans where hate speech has absolutely no place. Indiana is home to the world's greatest fans.
Monica McNutt from ESPN made the bold statement: when players deal with racist comments and unsafe conditions, it's not up for debate, it's an issue, framing the claims as undeniable truths before the league had even started investigating. A major critic of this chaos was Megyn Kelly, who didn't hold back. She specifically called out the WNBA for building its investigation entirely on hysterical social media hysteria. Her words emphasizing there was no hard evidence. But despite the weak foundation, the noise online pushed the league forward. They launched a 10-day investigation, declaring they would root this out, even though no facts had been confirmed. The media, meanwhile, kept the pressure on. Headlines carried that same emotional edge, and by the time the investigation wrapped up, with absolutely no findings of racism, it was almost like the damage had already been done.
We have investigated the report of racist fan behavior in the vicinity of the court during the May 17, 2025 game.
Not the first time that Angel Jussie Smollett Reese has made up a fake racism claim.
The most shocking part? Before the process even ended, officials issued statements condemning racism as if a conclusion was already drawn. Coming up, we'll get into why similar incidents are treated so differently, starting with a surprising comparison that still has fans divided. Here's where the conversation takes a sharp turn. While the Angel Reese claims set off a frenzy and forced the WNBA to act almost immediately, a different controversy involving Britney Griner seemed to slide under everyone's radar. During a game, a clip surfaced allegedly showing Griner making a racially charged comment directed at Caitlin Clark. Unlike the Reese situation where baseless rumors ignited a firestorm,
Angel Reese lied and smeared the whole Fever fan base as racist, right? Racist, even though there's no evidence whatsoever.
The WNBA, which believed Angel Reese And whatever she thought she heard.
Last June, according to Outkick, she accused a fan of harassing her and her black teammates and, quote, blocking them from entering their team hotel.
This video, actual footage, quietly circulated online with barely a whisper from mainstream sports media. No panel discussions, no investigations, nothing. Megyn Kelly didn't shy away from questioning this disparity. She pointed out how Reese's supposed incident, driven solely by anonymous social media posts, mobilized the league and media almost instantly. Yet when it came to Griner, whose remark could be heard and scrutinized directly, the response was non-existent. Kelly said this lack of acknowledgement from the WNBA raised serious concerns, suggesting they weren't applying the same standards across the board.
Her team, the Chicago Sky, was in Washington, D.C. for a game, and Angel Reese posted to X, quote, finding out our team's hotel.
And video review of the game. We have not substantiated it. The WNBA is committed to fostering a safe and inclusive environment.
If you really want to address racism in sports, Kelly argued, you can't play favorites. That statement cuts to the heart of her criticism. Who gets called out? Who gets ignored? And why? This isn't the first time sports coverage has taken a selective approach. Over the years, there have been countless examples of incidents that received wildly different reactions based on who was involved. Kelly brought up one consistent theme: selective outrage. She highlighted how media coverage seems driven less by facts and more by narratives that fit comfortable storylines. And when that happens, she argued, it not only undermines accountability, but also leaves fans feeling that the playing field isn't level, on or off the court.
There's still zero proof of the alleged incident, and all evidence continues to suggest it did not happen in the way Reese and her teammates tell it.
One's accusing us of racism and all that. Y'all just took an L, and a big one. However, the league is also taking a big L.
The broader issue, it becomes harder to address real racism when the focus is shifted inconsistently. Kelly insists that by giving some incidents a pass while blowing others up, the league and media risk fueling resentment rather than fostering solutions. This double standard doesn't just frustrate fans, it shakes their trust. The question is, when will the rules apply to everyone?
Somebody else on the team and other women, ghetto bitches, Isabel Harrison, said this man stormed them to the point they couldn't even step off the bus.
For everyone, and will continue to be vigilant in enforcing our fan code of conduct. Yeah, so again, this mythical racism.
WNBA is committed to fostering a safe and inclusive environment for everyone and will continue to be vigilant in enforcing our fan code of conduct.
Media bias isn't just about what stories grab attention, it's about the ones that don't. When incidents like Angel Reese's spark immediate outrage, while similar moments like Britney Griner's alleged comments slide past unnoticed, it leaves everyone questioning the rules. Megyn Kelly argues this inconsistency erodes trust and makes progress on real racism harder to achieve. She believes narratives can overshadow what sports are supposed to highlight, the talent and accomplishments of athletes like Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese. If honest conversations about race matter, then holding everyone to the same standard is the only way forward. What's your take?